Courageous Warrior Coalition. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday, and on this practice today we are going to focus on nutrition, which has been our focus for the week, as well as Yin Yoga. So for those of you who are new to Yin Yoga, it is a restorative practice that gets you out of your muscles and into the deeper connective tissue in your body. It's a great complement to any kind of power practice, or if you do other types of exercise like HIIT workouts or running. It allows you to really get a deep stretch. In Yin, most of the poses are either seated or lying down, but we hold the poses for a longer period of time. So the best thing to have in a Yin practice are props. We talked a little bit about props last week, and they can be anything around your house to yoga props. It's really up to you if you have yoga props to use them. Things like blocks, which we talked about last week, they are a great asset. If not, just grab some textbooks or some hardcover books or like a big thick book. If you have pillows around, everyone has a bed pillow, right? But if you have couch cushions or bolsters, you can use those. Straps are also a great tool, but we're just going to focus on some blocks and a pillow today. It's a pretty basic setup. I'm going to demonstrate all of the poses for you in case you are new to a Yin Yoga practice, but I will be doing some readings and some body scan meditation as well. So once you get into the pose, feel free to relax into the pose. You can close your eyes or have a soft gaze at the ceiling. Don't feel the need to watch me the whole time. Just listen to my voice and I will be as clear as possible to instruct you about the pose and to take you from pose to pose. We are going to start off today in heart bench pose. And the way I set this up, you have two blocks here in a T position. You can adjust them to heights that's comfortable for you, sort of like this medium one. And then I have my pillow on top of the blocks to give me some softness and some support. And then lie back. And you can either have straight legs here, or Supta Baddha Konasana legs, where the soles of your feet touch each other and your knees go out to the side. If you have some extra blocks or an extra book or something that you want to put under your knees, that's an option as well. And then from here, just relax into the pose. Start your intentional breathing. You can close your eyes or once again, a soft gaze at the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just continue breathing with intentional breath here. And put your attention on your feet. Feel either the soles of your feet touching or your feet touching your mat. Notice your big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Fifth toe. And then bring your attention up from your toes into the arch of your feet. Your heel, tops of your feet. Really notice your body here and any sensations that are coming up in your body without judgment around them. Bring your attention to your ankles. And your calves. And your shins. Move your attention up your leg into your knees, quads and hamstrings, into your hips. Go of any tension you're holding on in your hips. And then bring your attention up to your belly. Notice it rise and fall with each and every breath. Notice your rib cage into your chest. Bring your attention into your shoulders. If they're tense or tight and up at your ears, release them, relax them. Feel your whole spine supported by your props, your blocks, your pillow. And then bring your attention down. Both of your arms from shoulders to biceps and triceps. Elbows, forearms, wrists and hands. Notice your palm and each and every finger from your thumb all the way to your little finger. Feel the energy created in your hands. And then bring your attention up through your arms once again, back up to your shoulders, into your neck and your jaw. Release your jaw, soften it, maybe move it around a little bit. Notice your tongue hanging out on the roof of your mouth. If it is, release that as well. Notice your facial muscles. Are you squinting or scrunching? Feel the breath going in and out of your nostrils. Feel each part of your eye. If your eyes are closed, set that internal gaze. Then bring your attention up to your forehead. All the way to the crown of your head. Taking a few moments here to release any remaining tension in your body. Let your body feel heavy, supported in your blocks. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come into a counter pose. So between each yin pose, we do a counter pose. Since we're in that previous pose for so long, it kind of goes in a counter position. So for this one, you put your feet flat on your mat, spread wide, pressing your feet down, and then let your knees go into center, knock knees, hammock pose. We'll just stay here for a few breaths to let our body reset. Then make your way into square pose. And we did this pose last week. We called it double pigeon. So yin poses are similar to our vinyasa style poses, but sometimes have different names. So for square pose, double pigeon, you can sit on a block to raise your hips up and your pelvis forward. You can, which I might actually do here with my pillow. And then you can also give yourself extra support on your feet. So you put a block in front of your left knee, bring your right foot up on that block, and that way that evens out your hips. You're on a pillow maybe now or another block, so your pelvis is tilted forward. And then from here, you can just look straight ahead or close your eyes, or you can fold forward. Maybe taking a little bit at a time, a little step at a time. Once again, we hold these poses for a while, so try not to think too much about what you have to do next or what you did before, right? Let your mind, you can let thoughts come and go, but let your mind come to a meditative state. Just try to relax, hear what you hear around you. For example, I just heard the air conditioner turn on in my house. Maybe you hear the birds. Maybe you're at work and you're hearing people talking. Allow those sounds to come in, accept them, and then let them go without distracting you. So you can really get the benefits of this restorative practice. For thousands of years, traditional cultures looked at the body as a functioning whole. There was no such thing as mind-body medicine or practices, because mind and body were never separate in the first place. Ancient societies inherently got it that health embodies the whole person on every level: attitudes, actions, how they live their lives, and what they eat. Then history marched on and we divided and industrialized until we completely turned our backs on the concept of wholeness. In the realm of diet, we have become so obsessed with compartmentalizing our diet into fat, calories, carbs, and so on, that we have completely forgotten the most basic of connections, that we are, in essence, what we eat, and it seems, how we eat it. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And switch sides. So now we're going to do square pose on the left. You can move your block around or your book, pillow. And notice that maybe the left side is going to be a little different than the right, and that's okay. So adjust your props accordingly and as needed. Again, you can close your eyes or keep them open. When we look at diets of wealthy countries such as the United States, we find an abundance of excess. As a result, millions of America are physically out of balance and suffer from chronic diseases that are directly linked to our diet. We have so distanced ourselves from really getting that what we eat directly affects our bodies, our health, our moods, and our lives, continually stuffing our faces to distract ourselves from feeling the effects. The concept of excess is deeply ingrained in the psyche of our culture, which makes it that much harder to wake up and realize that eating this way just doesn't make intuitive sense. Inhale. Exhale. And come onto your belly as your counter pose. So remove any of the props that you have. You can leave a pillow. If you want to leave the pillow out for your head, that's fine. But just come flat on your belly. Allowing the counter pose to work for you, to release the fascia, release the tendons, release the joints. Next pose we are going to do from here is heart bridge. So grab those 2 blocks or 2 pillows or 2 books or whatever you have. And once again, an option for different heights. And then put them where your shoulders would be on your mat. And then bring your shoulders down with the top half of each shoulder resting on the block. And then from there, you can let your head fall towards center. You can put a pillow under you. It might take a minute or 2 to find the right spot. Then palms up, arms back. Open up your shoulders, open up your chest for heart bridge. If you have particularly tight shoulders, this should feel like a really good stretch for you. Continue your intentional breath. And just continue relaxing into the pose, going a little deeper with each and every exhalation. Why bother seeking balance? Because reaching the state of equilibrium is the real secret to shedding the excess weight and toxins in our bodies. Added pounds, lethargy, and all kinds of other physical symptoms are a result of us being out of balance. We don't need to wait until illness, disease, or obesity happen before we seek balance. We can wake up anytime we are ready. We all have different body patterns. Being in touch with your individual pattern can help you stay conscious of how you can nourish your particular body to optimal health and vitality. And notice here, as you're deepening into the pose, get present to when you reach for that vice, whatever it may be, salty, sweet, alcohol, Whatever it is, like, is it when you're stressed? Is it when you're tired? Is it when you're frustrated? And every time you reach for that item, that thing that is not nourishing your body, that you're maybe doing in excess, identify the feeling that you're having before you drink it or before you eat it. Say, I'm frustrated, angry, tired, disappointed. And even if you continue to eat it or drink it, you'll start to correlate the emotions or feelings you're having that lead you to those items that are not so healthy and nutritious for your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And for the next counter pose, you can just roll over onto your back. Once again, removing any props. If you want to put a pillow under your head, that's fine. Just relax here in a few moments, countering the last pose of heart bridge. And as we move into the next pose, remove a pillow if you have it under your head. And we're going to go into Bananasana, banana pose. So we're going to do exactly what it sounds like. We're going to make a banana shape out of our body. We'll start towards the right side. So bring your left ankle over your right ankle, and then sort of bring your feet to the right side of your mat. Put your arms overhead. You can also put a block under your hands if you'd like. Sometimes your fingers might go a little numb, so you can put a block or a pillow under your hands, and then bring your arms towards the right side as well. So you're just making a banana shape with your body. And this opens up the left oblique. Your whole left side body should be open now. And then just relax your arms once you get there. Once again, eyes can be closed or a soft gaze. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet all at once. That is using the brute force of your will. And as we all know, willpower does not work. If you start to make the changes in smaller chunks, at whatever pace feels intuitively right for you, you will rediscover a sense of rightful balance that lets the excess weight, toxicity, and lethargy melt away. Then it becomes less about struggling to give up your cravings and bad habits, and more about letting them give you up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And switch sides. Bananasana, banana pose on the left. So this time, right ankle over left ankle, feet towards the left side of your mat, arms overhead and to the left. Opening up the right side body, your obliques, your rib cage, your right shoulder. And here also, I should have mentioned earlier, but this is a great point. If you have a pillow or a block, I'm going to do the block above my head here and do a pillow on my side. So I'm going to stick the pillow or bolster sort of under my right hip to give me some support there. Both shoulders should be down on your mat. So press the shoulders down, but then you can put the support into your right hip with a pillow. And then I'm going to, here in this situation, I'm going to put my arms up on a block. And then just release into the pose. When I first started teaching Yin Yoga, I wasn't sure how to take it because I am a very fast-paced person, likes to be busy and on the move. And Yin is the complete opposite of that. So I was good with the vinyasa, with the flow part of yoga, moving from pose to pose, but when I had to sit still for up to an hour and a half at a time, depending on the class, that was really difficult for me as both a practitioner and then as a leader, leading a class through Yin practice, slowing it down, slowing down my voice, slowing down my breath. But what I've found from those practices is they are the most restorative. And that I love teaching Yin probably more than any other type of yoga because it's so powerful. It's powerful to allow your body to slow down. It's powerful to allow your body to relax. To feel the sensations come up without the need to fix or move or change. And that's powerful as a teacher as well. Take a deep breath in, fill up, empty out. On your next breath, take a good morning stretch. Inhale as deep as you have all day, hold it at the peak. Exhale out completely, open mouth. Let something go here. Shavasana, final rest, corpse pose. Just relax your arms and legs. Let yourself just be. Inhale. Exhale. Roll over to the side of your choice and up to a seat. Eyes closed, or once again, soft gaze at the floor. Bring your hands to your heart center. And we are going to conclude this yin practice today with one silent Om. Breathe in. Bring your hands up to your forehead. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for honoring your body and your soul through this Yin Yoga practice. We bow and say Namaste. Thank you everybody for joining me for Wind Down Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed that Yin Yoga practice. Check out our webpage at courageouswarriorcoalition.org and all of our social media outlets for all the latest news and information and all of the upcoming classes. We have some live classes coming up as well. So check out those resources as we keep posting about more and more things. We hope you enjoyed it and have a great day.